Hello friends, how are you? In previous lecture we have seen aromaticity, introduction of aromaticity. What is the classification of organic compounds? Organic compounds are basically classified into three types: aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic. So just revision: aromatic, aromatic compounds. So by using Haeckel's rule and Crack's rule we can identify. So for that, what is Haeckel's rule? What is Haeckel's rule? In a compound having 4n plus 2 pi electrons, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. In a compound having 2 pi, 6 pi, 10 pi, 14 pi, may be aromatic. Remember, this Haeckel's rule is applicable to what? Monocyclic or polycyclic benzenoids. It is applicable to only benzenoids. Now tell me, which compound is said to be benzenoid? Yes. Yes. Structure like benzene, properties like benzene. That compound is said to be benzenoid. Example: naphthalene, anthracene, phenanthracene. Isn't it? All these are what? Aromatic compounds. Benzenoid aromatic compounds. Now what is the Crack's rule? Second one is the Crack's rule. Crack's rule. Remember, Crack's rule is applicable to what? Non-benzenoid compounds. Non-benzenoid compounds. And unlike benzene, structure and properties unlike benzene. Isn't it? So it is applicable to non-benzenoid compounds. Number of pi bonds. Number of pi bonds minus 1. If answer is 2, 4, 6, then compound is what? Aromatic. And if answer is even, answer of this number of pi bonds minus 1, if answer of this is even, then compound is said to be aromatic. If answer of this is odd, that is 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 7, then compound is said to be what? Anti-aromatic. Then compound is said to be anti-aromatic. Remember, in Crack's rule, there should be center of, that is C2 axis of symmetry. C2 axis of symmetry. In that compound, there should be C2 axis of symmetry. That already we have seen in previous lecture. Again, this revision. Example of this, example of non-benzenoids. Examples of non-benzenoids. Pentylene. Pentylene is the first example of this. Pentylene. Example of what? Non-benzenoid. What is structure of pentylene? That already we have seen. This is the structure of pentylene. Here it is C2 axis of symmetry. And there is a resonance, complete resonance. There is a complete resonance in this compound. This is the condition for what? Aromaticity and anti-aromaticity. There should be complete resonance. See here how this resonance effect takes place. And delocalization of electrons. Suppose shifting of this bond here, then shifting of this pi bond here. Here delocalization is like this. Yani, what is the new structure? Now here the position of double bond. Now shifting of this pi bond here, and a pi bond will be here. Now shifting of this pi bond here. Shifting of this pi bond in between these two carbon atoms. It is like this. Again, next. This is the first, this is second. And third will be exactly same. So here it is C2 axis of symmetry. there is a complete delocalization of electrons. Now tell me total number of pi bonds here. Total number of pi bonds 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1. Answer is 3. And answer is odd. And we know that when answer is odd, compound is what? Anti-aromatic. This is anti-aromatic. This is anti-aromatic. This is anti-aromatic. Now take next example, heptadene. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alternate double and single bonding is there. Like this. Name of this compound is heptadene. This is a non-benzonide. Here it is C2 axis of symmetry. Now tell me total number of pi bonds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 minus 1, it is 5. Answer is odd. And a compound is anti-aromatic. Compound is anti-aromatic. Another example that we have seen, azulene. Azulene. Structure of azulene. Here again there is alternate double and single bonding is there. Here it is C2 axis of symmetry. And we can apply Crack's rule. Now tell me total number of bonds. Total number of pi bonds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 1, it is a 4. And answer is even, and this compound is aromatic. This compound is aromatic. And there is a complete resonance. There is a complete resonance like this. And remember, when there is a complete resonance and obeys Crack's rule, obeys Haeckel's rule, that compound is said to be aromatic. In case of Crack's rule, number of pi bonds minus 1, if answer is even, then compound is aromatic. Number of pi bonds minus 1, if answer is odd, then compound is anti-aromatic. So here answer is 4, it is even, and a compound is aromatic. And remember, when compound is not aromatic and anti-aromatic, then definitely it will be what? Non-aromatic. What is condition for anti-aromatic compounds? Condition for anti-aromatic compounds. And a compound having 4n pi electrons. Here also planarity is required. And a compound should be planar. And here also there should be complete resonance and a complete delocalization of electrons. Take this simple example, cyclobutadiene. Cyclobutadiene. Compound is planar. All carbon atoms are present in same plane. Isn't it? All carbon atoms, all p atomic orbitals are present in the same plane. Compound is a planar. There is alternate double and single bonding is there. System should be conjugated. There is alternate double, single. And there is a complete resonance, but not obeys Haeckel's rule. Isn't it? How many pi electrons are there? Here 2 pi bonds and 4 pi electrons are there. 4 pi electrons. And in case of anti-aromatic 4n pi, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, if we put 1, 2, 3, then it will be 4 pi, 8 pi, 12 pi, etc. And a compound is anti-aromatic. And if compound is not aromatic and anti-aromatic, definitely it will be what? Non-aromatic. What is condition for non-aromaticity? Again, in short, this is the revision only. Third category, that is a non-aromatic. Third one is non-aromatic. And there is a restriction for delocalization of electrons. Already we have seen in previous lecture. Restriction for what? Delocalization of electrons. Remember, if sp3 hybridized carbon is present in between two sp2, that will be non-planar. Take example. Cycloheptatrine. This is the compound. Cycloheptatrine. Total number of pi bonds are what? 3. And a total number of pi electrons are 6 pi electrons. Isn't it? But here one sp3 hybridized carbon atom is there. And rest are sp2. sp2, 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 here sp2, sp2, here sp2, and this will be what? sp3. sp2, what is geometry of sp2? Planar trigonal. And all carbon atoms are planar except this carbon. Because what is geometry of sp3 hybridized carbon atom? It is tetrahedral. And this compound is not planar. And there is a restriction for complete delocalization of electrons. Suppose shifting here, now here it will be stopped. Because this carbon is out of plane. And a compound is not planar. Isn't it? And if compound is not planar, we can say non-aromatic. So this compound is non-aromatic. This compound is said to be non-aromatic. Another example that we have seen, cyclooctatetraene, this compound. Again here there is alternate double and single bonding is there, but compound is not planar. And there is no complete delocalization of electron. There is a restriction for what? Delocalization of electrons, and this compound is what? Non-aromatic. Now, again I have taken one example. Here there is alternate double and single bonding. You know what is the name of this compound? This is total number of carbon atoms are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And a 10 annuline. 10 annuline. 10 annuline. Benzene 6 annuline. Here there is alternate double and single bonding is there. Now tell me, is any chance of complete delocalization of electrons? Concentrate on 9th and 10th carbon atom. Concentrate on these two carbon atoms. See here these two hydrogen atoms are present in close vicinity. So there is a van der Waals repulsion between these two hydrogen atoms. There is a repulsion. And remember, when there is a force of repulsion, that compound is not planar. And if planarity of this compound has been lost. And if compound is not planar, and that compound is said to be non-aromatic. It obeys Huckel's rule. How many pi electrons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 10 pi electrons are there. It obeys 4n plus 2 pi electrons rule. But compound is not planar. And a 10 annuline is a non-aromatic compound. And there is a restriction. So in short, what is conclusion? Aromatic, anti-aromatic, there should be complete delocalization and a complete resonance is required. And in case of non-aromatic, there is a restriction for a delocalization of electrons. Because due to planarity, and a planar compound is not there. Planarity is lost due to some reasons. In this compound, there is a van der Waals repulsion between these two hydrogen atoms, repulsion. So that is why planarity of this compound is lost. It obeys Huckel's rule. So 3 types: aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic compounds. Now, how to calculate pi electrons in aromatic compounds. How to calculate pi electrons in aromatic compounds? Suppose compound is like this. Compound is like this. Here it is a pi bond. Double and sigma and pi. What is total electron count here? Here 2 pi electrons, and here we have to consider 2 pi electrons because here sigma and here 1 pi bond. Remember, if there is a carbon-carbon triple bond, suppose compound is like this. Here it is carbon-carbon triple bond, and triple bond and 1 sigma and 2 pi bonds are there. So again consider here only 2 pi electrons. Don't consider 4 pi electrons. Example of this, I will take benzene. This is benzene. Benzene is also known as the 6-annuline. If one more pi bond here, this is benzene. Name of this compound is benzene. Now tell me total number of pi electrons in benzene. How many pi electrons are there? Total number of pi bonds 1, 2, 3, 4 and 8 pi. 8 pi electrons. Na, this compound should be anti-aromatic because compound containing 4 pi, 8 pi, 12 pi are anti-aromatic. But remember, this compound is aromatic. This compound is aromatic compound. Benzene is aromatic. Here it is a carbon-carbon triple bond. See here, we can draw the structure of this benzene like this. Here all p atomic orbitals are present like this. In the same plane, in between these two carbons there is a triple bond. Yani, again here these p atomic orbitals are like this. There is a delocalization of electrons here. Here formation of pi bond shifting here. It is like this. Here there is a complete delocalization of electrons. And remember here these two p atomic orbitals are little out of plane. So here formation of bending bond. Yani here this pi bond is bent, little bent. It is like this. And these pi electrons are not Huckel's electron. And pi electrons of this pi bond are not Huckel's electron. Don't consider these two electrons. So there is a complete delocalization of electrons. This is bent bond. And there is no disturbance of this pi bond in the delocalization of electrons. So remember, when there is a carbon-carbon triple bond, consider only 2 pi electrons. Next, suppose compound is like this. It is like this. XNA, any heterocyclic compound like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, etc. So here, whatever lone pair of electron is present on heterocyclic, it is in conjugation with what? Double bond, double, single, and here conjugation. Remember, conjugated lone pair we have to consider. As a 2 pi electrons and a conjugated lone pair. we have to consider. Next, suppose system is like this. System is like this. Here also hetero element is there. On this hetero element there is a lone pair of electron. But remember, this lone pair of electron is not present in conjugation of this carbon-carbon double bond. Yani here system is like this. Here it is like this. So don't consider these two electrons in the calculation of pi electrons. So don't consider. Here don't consider lone pair of electrons in the calculation of pi electrons. Isn't it? If carbon-carbon double bond is there, take 2 pi electrons. If carbon-carbon triple bond, again take 2 pi electrons. Don't take 4 pi electrons. Example is benzene. Take hetero element, and suppose lone pair on this hetero element is in conjugation with double bond. Take 2 pi electrons. If lone pair on hetero element is not in conjugation, then don't take these 2 electrons as a pi electrons in the calculation of what pi electrons to decide whether compound is aromatic or not. Another example. And here we can calculate Huckel's electron and non-Huckel's electron. In benzene there is a one non-Huckel's pair. Suppose compound is like this. Compound is like this. Now tell me total number of pi electrons. Compound is planar. This compound is planar. Now tell me total number of pi electrons. Total number of pi bonds are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yani 8 pi bonds into 2, yani 16 pi electrons are there. And we know that compound having 16 pi electrons anti-aromatic. But remember, this compound is aromatic. This is aromatic. See here delocalization of electrons takes place like this. Here there is a complete delocalization. Remember, aromaticity is a peripheral concept. It is the concept of periphery. All these are peripheral pi bonds. So here, this is non-peripheral pi bond. So don't consider this pi bond in the calculation of pi electrons. Yani, electrons present in this pi are non-Huckel's electron. Non-Huckel's electron. Isn't it? And don't consider these 2 electrons in the calculation of pi electrons. Because these electrons are what? Non-Huckel's electron. And without this pi bond, there is a complete delocalization of pi electron and there is a complete resonance. Isn't it? So total number of pi electrons are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pi bonds. Yani 7 into 2 and 14 pi electrons are there. And a compound is what? Aromatic compound. Compound is what? Aromatic compound. Isn't it? So remember, this is very important in the calculation of pi electrons. Carbon-carbon double bond 2 electrons. Carbon-carbon triple bond again 2 electrons. Isn't it? One non-Huckel pair. Now heterocyclic hetero element with hetero element having lone pair, but in conjugation take 2 pi electrons. Suppose lone pair is not present in conjugation, don't consider that lone pair in the calculation of pi electrons. Aromaticity is the concept of periphery. So don't consider this pi bond in the calculation of pi electrons. Because without this pi bond, there is a complete delocalization of pi electrons. Because aromaticity is the concept of what? Periphery. Isn't it? On the basis of Frost diagram, we can decide whether compound is aromatic or anti-aromatic. This is not for non-aromatic compounds. So what is the Frost diagram? See here. Frost diagram. So for this I will take this example. Now tell me whether this is aromatic or anti-aromatic. This is only for aromatic and anti-aromatic. How to draw Frost diagram of this? Bring one angle at the bottom side like this and draw one circle around to this. Divide this compound from here. This will be bonding molecular orbital and these two will be anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Here total number of pi electrons are what? 2 pi electrons are there. This will be bonding molecular orbital. This line as it is. And here these two will be anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Total number of pi electrons are 2. Distribution of these 2 pi electrons. So electrons first will enter in bonding molecular orbital because energy of bonding molecular orbital is less than that of what? Anti-bonding molecular orbital. And both electrons will enter in this bonding molecular orbital. Here electrons are paired. And we know that in case of aromatic compounds, there is a diamagnetic ring current. Yani electron spin is neutralized and all electrons are paired. So here electrons are paired and this compound is what? Aromatic. This compound is said to be aromatic. Take another example. Anion of this. Now here total number of pi electron count. Remember this pair is in conjugation with this pi bond. Double single and here it is lone pair. Non-bonding electrons. So total electron count is what? 4 pi electrons. Same diagram. It is same. Isn't it? Difference is about here it is negative charge. And like this. One angle at the bottom side. Here it is negative. Here it is one negative. Draw circle around to this. This will be what? Bonding molecular orbital. And these two will be what? Anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Same. This line as it is. Here it is one bonding molecular orbital. And these two are what? Anti-bonding molecular orbital. Total number of pi electrons are what? 4. 1, 2. Now remaining electrons will enter in anti-bonding molecular orbital. So here it is 1 and here it is 1. Because molecular orbitals follows Herd's rule of maximum multiplicity. First each molecular orbital will be occupied by a single electron and then pairing takes place. So here these two are unpaired electrons. Yani there is a paramagnetic ring current. And when there is a paramagnetic ring current and that compound is said to be what? This is anti-aromatic. This is anti-aromatic. Example number 3. I will take cyclobutadiene. Third example. Cyclobutadiene. Frost diagram. Draw one line from these two carbon atoms. Here it will be the part of what? Bonding molecular orbital. On this line, here two carbon atoms are there. will be non-bonding, and this will be the part of what anti-bonding molecular orbital. Again same, draw circle around to this. Total number of pi electrons are what? 4 pi electrons. Here this is one bonding molecular orbital. One bonding molecular orbital. Above this, here two non-bonding molecular orbitals. Non-bonding molecular orbitals. And above this, so there is one anti-bonding molecular orbital. Anti-bonding molecular orbital. Total number of electrons are what? Total number of pi electrons are 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here electrons are unpaired, and there is a paramagnetic ring current. And when there is a paramagnetic ring current, that compound is said to be anti-aromatic, and the cyclobutadiene is what? Anti-aromatic. It is anti-aromatic. Next example, I will take cation of this, dication of this. Here it is 1 pi bond, here plus, and here it is plus. Frost diagram of this. Again draw circle around to this. Here this will be bonding molecular orbital, BMO. On this line there are 2 carbon atoms and a part of non-bonding. And above this there is 1 carbon and a part of what? Bonding, that is anti-bonding molecular orbital. Bonding molecular orbital, non-bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. Total number of pi electrons are again 2 pi. And both electrons will enter in bonding molecular orbital. Here electrons are paired and there is a diamagnetic ring current. And when there is a diamagnetic ring current, and that compound is said to be what? Aromatic. This is aromatic. This compound is said to be what? Aromatic. Next example, I will take dianion of this. Here it is negative, here it is negative. What is total electron count here? 6. Here 6 pi electrons. Diagram. Dianion. Draw line like this. Draw circle. Same process. Here it will be part of bonding molecular orbital. Here it is non-bonding, and here it will be what? Anti-bonding molecular orbital. Bonding molecular orbital BMO. On this line there are 2 carbon atoms will be the part of what? Non-bonding molecular orbital NB. And above this there is 1 carbon. This will be the part of what? Anti-bonding molecular orbital. Here total number of electrons are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All electrons are paired. All electrons are paired, and there is a diamagnetic ring current. Isn't it? When all electrons are paired, there is a diamagnetic ring current, and when there is a diamagnetic ring current, and that compound is said to be aromatic, and this compound is aromatic. This is what? Aromatic. Another example, I will take benzene. I will take benzene. Benzene is also known as 6-annuline. Total number of pi electrons, 6 pi electrons. Frost diagram. I will divide this benzene from here. Isn't it? Delocalization, complete delocalization of electrons. Here 3 carbon atoms below this line and a part of what? Bonding molecular orbital. There is no carbon on this line, so there is no non-bonding molecular orbital. But about this, here again 3 carbon atoms, so these 3 carbon atoms are the part of what? Anti-bonding molecular orbital. 3 below and 3 above. 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2 and 3. This is the part of BMO and these 3 and a part of antibonding molecular orbital. Total number of pi electrons are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All electrons are paired. And there is a diamagnetic ring current. And a compound is aromatic compound. Your compound is aromatic. Is it clear? Now examples of aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic in next lecture. Thank you.